Welcome everybody to Command Combat Computer Reports. We are continuing this series of quest battles for Warhammer Total War, and we got the dwarfs versus the greenskins. I'm basically doing all the dwarf, or a group of the dwarf quest battles. You can see what the different forces have here, and it's going to be like this gap that the battle takes place in. I've lost 2 of them so far. I'm trying to learn how to play the dwarfs and get good at it. I've played Warhammer, I've played Total War quite a lot over the last several years, and I played Warhammer a number of years ago, but I've not kept up with the various incarnations, so I don't necessarily know all the troop types. What I've learned in the last couple battles is that it's good to kind of keep your forces together. So you can see I kind of did that, because the dwarfs are just so slow. If you need to readjust, you're just not going to be able to do it. Wherever you start, there you stand. Now here's the thing. I wasn't going to start in the center here. I mean, you know, you're just asking for trouble, especially if you move forward. You can get hit by, you know, from the front, the 2 flanks, and then they can come around the rear, especially if they're faster. I didn't want some over here and some over here. I would never be able to support myself, even if I had some here and some here. Just no way. Dwarves really need to stick together and create whatever they're going to create at the beginning. You know, in some ways that makes it bad for me playing a dwarf, because I've always been a big maneuvering kind of player, but I have a soft spot for dwarves because the very, very first Dungeons and Dragons character I played back in 1970 or whatever it was. It was when Dungeons and Dragons first came out, first edition, all that sort of thing. Went into someone's room, and it was like, hey, there's no board there. What's up with this? And yeah, the idea that you just play this role-playing game or whatever, and they told me there were these little squat little characters called dwarves, and I've always had a soft spot for them ever since. So that's why I'm going to do that. And in fact, real quick, just want to let you guys know before we get started with this, July 6th, I'm going to have a big campaign. It's all going to be live right here on YouTube, and I want you to join me. I want you to be part of it. You're not just going to watch. I'm going to basically stop every now and then and go, okay, should I do this, this, or this? And you, my armed and stinky Senate, are going to decide which action that we're going to take, and we are going to do it based on those votes, based on what you guys choose. You'll name characters, you'll make decisions on technology, etc., etc., where we invade, where we defend, all that. And even between games, if you were not there for the main one, you can come between games and comment, and we'll take votes based on that. So anyway, on with this one. So we got Thunders here, Thunders are like gunners, Quirlers are like crossbowmen, and so they're all in line here. Just ahead of them are the artillery. You've got catapults and you've got cannons, and then behind them to protect them, you've got the miners. They're sort of the light infantry, although I've noticed them to be pretty darn powerful, actually. I've been impressed with them. Although all dwarves are like really good fighters, basically. That's sort of what they're made for. Now, and of course I have Ungrim Ironfist. It's his group of quests that I'm playing. And then I have 3 rows of dwarf warriors, and the reason is because I'm basically breaking my own rule. I also have longbeards with great weapons back there. I'm basically breaking my own rule. I was saying all about how dwarves have to stay in one place and defend from there, but what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to maneuver these 5 lines up into these woods and get onto the flank. And so as they come up here, I'm shooting at them, and I come at them at the flank. That forces them to have to come down here or up there, around there, and try to come around my rear. And when they do, I will maneuver over to here to shoot down at them as they come across. That's at least my plan. You can see I also have the Slayers, and they are good at charging and attacking. They, meanwhile, are lined up right there in the center. It seems we were expecting a straight-up battle right down the center. We have the Orc... Oh, what is it called? Orc... our rare boys. I almost played these guys because they're just so funny. And you have the chieftain Nashrak Badruf. He's awesome looking. And then you have more boys over there. And then behind them, basically, they've got this regular sword infantry, orc boys, sword infantry all along there. On the side, they got missile infantry, shock cavalry, doing the cavalry guarding the flank thing. Orc boar boys, protecting that flank. They always look great. Orc boar boys always look fantastic. And what is this? Orc archer boys. How do they call it? Arcer boy. Oh, Arrer boys. Arrer boys. So yeah, it's just basically the regular melee infantry in the middle, archers in the flank, and then the cavalry taking the far flank, and you got the leader leading from the front, which is pretty cool and appropriate. Alright, let's see how this goes. So, alright. Sending the bowmen up a little bit. Once I saw what their setup was, I was like, alright, I'm going to need to get set up so I can shoot at them. Oh, it's right, I sent them up here. I'm sending them up here to the woods here, to kind of, because I figured, okay, they'll come up here, so I'll shoot at them from the woods. But then they sent the Goblin Wolf Chariot up really fast. This was a pretty smart move, because basically it breaks up my formation, breaks up what I was doing. I had to kind of slow down and react, although I'm not really slowing and reacting there, so I guess I didn't. I'm sort of forgetting how this battle went. Usually I narrate these like as a narrator, neutral narrator, as if it's happening at the time. I'm just doing this one this way right now, you know, admitting who I played and that I was in the past, because you know, because of the fact that I'm wanting to let everybody know about this campaign that's coming up and why I'm doing all this, and you know, basically learning the dwarves, learning what I need to do. And now most of them are coming up there, but I do notice there's some moving around the flank there. We are hearing the artillery beginning to fire. You've got the goblin archers are coming up here on their chariots, shooting back and forth going on. Chariots are nice, but they're smaller in number and they're vulnerable, so it looks like they're kind of doing both things. They're sending some up this way and some around, and some they're doing a smart move going way around because they realize they can hit down here. The AI in this Total War game is really phenomenal. I've been very impressed. It's been very smart. If you've been watching the other games, it's all been AI. Oh, and here's their leader going right up the center, going, I'll take you all on. Alright, just putting his shield up there. Oh, now they're getting reinforcements from all directions? Ooh, that's not good. Oh, from up there, too! Coming up behind me. What are these guys? Monstrous infantry. Oh! That's scary looking. And then you got them from behind. That's not good. They're coming down at our archers. That was a bit of a surprise. Oh, trolls just smashing down on them. Okay, that's bad news. So now they're going to have to readjust. Meanwhile, the rest of our infantry is now just getting up there, but they're still in march formation, so they're having to charge in march formation, which is never as good, but they are coming down behind them. So and the slayers are there. So the slayers are like, trolls! Because they're called troll slayers originally. Again, I don't know if that was more recent or... But yeah, anything that's trolls... And now some of the infantry getting maneuvering back up. They went down to attack them, but now yeah, they're coming in larger numbers up that hill. And of course, the artillery is firing. However, they've come up behind us now. I didn't really see that. Oh, they came up. They managed to maneuver around. What is this? Orc boar boys have managed to come up around and are in the rear. Now we have the miners back there, but it looks like the artillery has now been taken out. They sacrificed themselves to take out their artillery. Oh no, the cannons are still there. Probably have just taken out some of the catapults. But still some of the catapults are there. So they didn't destroy us completely. And now the miners are going up there to fight against the orcs that had come up. So let's pause it and take a look at this battlefield here. Alright. So, there's nothing going on the other side of the field and down in the middle anymore, but essentially looks like they sent some of them up here and some reinforcements came along and they managed to come up behind, damaged our artillery, but did not take them out before we stopped their advance. And now our miners and a little bit of the regular infantry, the Longbeards, are managing to hold them as well as they can. It is interesting, their commander is now down there amongst that where the artillery is, and the artillery is trying to pull back a little bit while the melee troops fend the orcs off. Their main force has come up here and has been attacking. However, they've been getting hit by artillery. You can see some of them are getting a bit frightened off. Their surprise attack came in here, did some damage to these archers, but our axemen came along and that just happened to be marching right there, and luckily got rid of them, and now the Slayers are really pushing off the Trolls. Trolls really aren't an issue anymore, and now the Orc boys have come up and are fighting. Let's take a look at that part of the field as it's going on here. So you can see the Orc boys are in their faces there. There's a whole melee going on all along here. And it's just basically, it's toe-to-toe at this particular point. We've maneuvered up there to defend. They're maneuvering up that direction, and now the rest of them are pouring up there, and they will get a choice between going that direction or this direction where the artillery was, and there's basically a line of battle going on there. So let's take a look how it goes. Actually, let's see these fights in slow motion. Oh yeah! Everybody hurts sometimes, and everybody cries. Oh, I forget how the rest of the song goes. But yeah, we're gonna have to put some some beautiful slow music along here. Everybody hurts. Oh, look at that guy goes down. No! Oh man, that orc is mad. Everybody cries. Alright, and then here they're coming. Oh, we scared these orc boys away. Orc boys. And now we have some longbeards coming in here after these trolls. This is the time when I've kind of started to actually learn who does what. Alright, we gotta watch this part in slow motion. Oh, body slam! Oh yeah! I gotta go flying. He's like, whoa, I don't know what happened to me right now. This guy's looking around like, oh yeah, what's going on there? Yes! Down! Whoosh! Gotta love the way that looks, even though I'm getting beaten up. It just it looks just awesome. Uh-oh, what just happened over here? What's this? Oh, my hidden unit was seen? Yeah, I think by this point they've seen us. I think they know the battle's going on. Thank you very much. Alright, so this line is kind of just holding in place. It's like in those tabletop games where you just kind of have the two units just standing across from each other and nothing's happening for a long time. Oh, although they have come around. They're hitting us in the flank. We might be getting hurt. I mean, we are long past the, I was just about to say long past the, what do you call it, range stuff, but just at that moment, the moment I say that, cannons open up. And the cannons are hitting them, and wow, that affected their morale terribly. They're going, maybe they thought they were past the range part too, and all of a sudden they're getting hit with artillery? And now they're running. My God, all along the line. I thought they were winning that, surely, and now just the cannons go off and they all get freaked out and they run. I wonder if that actually is a morale thing. I'm sorry, I'm giggling to myself, not only because they're getting beaten back, but I am going to make a video of that, just a montage of slow motion fighting with these monsters with that music. Everybody hurts. That's just going to be awesome. Oh, I like this, just a few Slayers down here. This is one of the fun things about Total War, seeing these little private battles going on. Oh, and one of them got trampled, but he survived. And we've caused them to retreat. I think it's a full retreat. I think we've won this one. Wow. Oh, there's one guy who hasn't gotten the memo that the battle's over. They're just going, oh, we're going to still fight. Battle's about to start, right? Oh, whoops, nope, time to retreat. Victory is in our grasp. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty well in our fists. Alright, that is it. Remember, July 6th is when we're going to start the big campaign. It is going to be really cool. We're going to start the campaign as the dwarves. You are going to be my armed and stinky Senate. and I'm going to be basically putting decisions to you, going, okay, should we do A, B, or C? You're going to vote. The game will continue based on your votes. Characters will be named based on your votes. Shields will be splintered. Eyes will be poked. There will be lots of. All right. Oh yeah. Let's end the replay because I haven't been showing you the last couple. I apologize. This was the result of everything. Yeah. Let's see. Deployed 874. Lost 351. We did pretty well. We killed. Oh, of these guys, only 3 were killed. Oh, but they only had 3 units, and they only had 2 units, and we killed 5 of their guys. So we did well. All right. Good job. Looking forward to playing a game with all of you. I think this is going to be really neat. July 6th at 6 p.m. Join us, and if you missed the actual game, between the games, they will still be posted on YouTube, so when the next game comes up, I'll be taking votes between the games for the next decision that comes on. Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe to be reminded when things are happening, and happy gaming, everybody.